what's up? In this edit I'm looking into bird's eye view and how you can edit and change them up a little bit. So I've got a few different techniques that I'll look at, and we'll get into it straight away. The first one I'm going to look at is this one here. Typical shot going from a close-up to a far away shot. Okay, so here's the original clip of the first one. As you can see, my filming wasn't that great flying with the drone, and it's kind of all over the show. So to get the effect that I did in the intro, I'm just using small amounts of this clip. So I'm using really the very end here, and I'm using the start. Okay, I'm not using any of the stuff in between. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it about there. So Command B, and then I'm going to come to the end here, cut that, and then I'm going to delete this middle bit. Now I just have the two clips here, close up and then a long shot. So the file here isn't 4K, it's just 1080, but if you shoot in 4K, then you have a little bit to work with when you're editing your clips, as in you can crop out certain aspects of your clip. The reason I want to do this and crop the clip is because this first image, the close up, the bridge here and the girl here, they're not in the center of the shot, and then you come to the other clip here, that one that comes out, and the bridge is in the middle. So I want to transform it and make it so it looks better, and that the two clips here worked well together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to transform this clip here so that it's in the center. So I'm just going to zoom this out a little bit. And to do that, I'm just going to go to the transform here, and I'm going to bring this into the center, around about there, and you'll see that there's black there, so I need to obviously increase the scale. So if you were using a 4K clip, you'll still probably have good resolution. Yes, I'd suggest using 4K clips if you're going to crop out. So that looks pretty good, that's in the center there. And if I go to this clip here, and I'm going to transform this, so I'm just going to straighten up this clip. So the rotation button over here, so I'm just going to rotate it until the bridge is nice and straight. So that looks good. And then also I have to add a bit of scale. Cool, so that looks good there. So I'm just going to click done. And now if I look at the two clips, they look pretty good. A quick easy way to see if they line up is just go onto your first clip, go Option and F. So what that does is it just creates a screenshot. I'm just going to now put that on top of the second clip, and I'm going to reduce the opacity. So there. So now you can see the two clips. That looks pretty good. So you can see that they line up pretty good. If they didn't, then all you need to do is, say you go to the bottom clip here, press transform, and just slightly adjust it until it lines up. So that lines up pretty good there. So I'm just going to press done. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this clip on the top here. I don't need that. That was just a reference, so delete. The next thing I'm going to do is just add a transition. So you can use the paid plugin, the M Transition Zoom, or you can use the free version. I've done videos on both of them, so check those out. I'm just going to use the M Transition Zoom just because it's faster. Because I'm zooming out, I'm going to use the zoom out. I'm just going to place that on top. So just to recap with this technique, if you're going to be cropping out your shots and readjusting them, then you want to be shooting in 4K because then you won't get any quality loss in your output. This one here will have a little bit of quality loss because I've zoomed in on a 1080 clip, but I was just using this for an example. So the next one I'll look at is this one here. All I'm doing is adjusting the speed. This is the original. I haven't done any editing to it. You can just see that I am descending while rotating the drone. So what I want to do is I'm just going to change the speed up a little bit. So at the very start I want it to be normal speed until about, say, there. Then I'm going to go Shift B, and then I'm going to go to the end where I want it to slow down a bit, say about there, and Shift B. Now it hasn't actually cut the clip, but it has given you the options to change the speed in this section here, the middle section, and the start. I'm going to leave the start and the end at 100%, and I'm going to just adjust the middle section speed here. So I'm just going to drag it to the left, and I'm just going to create, I don't know, just say about there. So as you can see, it's not really fast enough at 650%, so I'm going to speed that up. It wants to be quite nice and fast, it gives that cool look. So I'm just going to drag this a little bit more, and we'll check that one out. So you can play around with the speeds here, and you can adjust it according to your music also. So that's essentially that technique done. So all I've done is just change the speed. It's very simple and creates that cool effect there. So the next clip. Okay, so I'll just bring that over here. So this is straight out of the camera. As you can see, it's just slowly moving down the coastline. So again, it's pretty simple. All I'm doing is cutting like the middle section out, and then I'm creating a transition between the two clips. Command B, so cut that clip, and then I'm going to come to say about here, and I'll cut that and delete the middle section. Play that back, it's like it will just jump from one section to the other. And then all I want to do is just add a transition between the two. So again, I'm going to use M transition. I'm going to use this one here, slide up. That's because the shot here is moving up in that direction, and then this will give a nice transition. So if I put that in between the two clips, okay, and there you have it. So the only other thing I would do here is speed up second clip here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go about here, Shift B, and then I'm just going to drag this first section towards the left and just speed up the start a little bit. Okay, so I'll just play that back. Sweet, so that looks pretty good. And the last technique I'll show is this one here. This isn't anything new. This is very easy and you've probably done it before, but I'll just show you how you can do it quickly. So there's the original there. Just a bird's eye, some rocks. And I'm going to create two copies, so I'm just going to create another copy at the end. So I've got two duplicates. And the second one, all I'm going to do is go and reverse the clip. So down here, press reverse clip. So the first one will play normal, and then the second one will reverse. And adding a bit of speed to the second one, that adds a little bit more effect. So I'll just slide it in a bit. And you can adjust this to your music also. So I just adjust it accordingly. And here it is. So there you have 4 different techniques you can try with your bird's eye shots. If you like the video, comment, like or subscribe. Until next time. Thanks.